So you closed it.
It's a soft close.
It's a soft close, but she doesn't even know how much it is. But she's also the wife, and she doesn't give a shit what the price is because she's just gonna let it fly anyway, right? So this is one of those that you're giving her a soft close. So before a specialist calls you back, let me tell you what the dates are available for the future, because you're already soft closing her.
Right.
To say, listen, a specialist is still on the other line. Call me back if you, in case nobody, if a specialist doesn't. So blame me. If the specialist doesn't call you in the next 15 minutes to half hour, you call me back. My name is Thomas, and I'll get all the questions all the answers you have. In the meantime, do you have a computer in front of you?
No.
Okay. Can you go on the website? Say yes.
Say yes.
Don't give me a Sarah answer. Buy one then, you cheap. Okay. So you're on the computer. I need you to go to the website. There's a lot of great stuff there while you're waiting for the specialist to call you. There's a lot of great videos there and a lot of great information. In the meantime, let me tell you what dates are available that he's going to tell you. Okay, so if you're looking for immediate, I know it's very important. 2 weeks from now on a Tuesday, and 3 weeks from now on a Tuesday, on a Wednesday, Thursday. Which one is better for you?
Tuesday.
The Tuesday?
From-
Okay.
yeah.
I'll make that happen. So
What
I've already.
website are you going to tell her to go to?
Huh?
Which website are you going to tell
Well, it all
her to go
depends. If she's residential, Farscape Inspectional Services. If she's commercial, Farscape Farscape Engineers. Right? Now, here's the best close. You've already told them I want that Tuesday. So now, how important is it for you to stop everything I'm doing to go back and close this call? Because she already booked the date. She doesn't know the price, but she already booked the date.
Very.
Right? So I need to, you're going to call me back and say, Cisco, I just need to give this woman a price. She doesn't know anything about the job. She's doing this for her husband. She already closed for the Tuesday, 2 weeks from now, and I just need a number. Describe the job. Oh, it's 2 on the back. Okay, give her the special. Normally, that far away, it's going to be $689 times 2, so that's $1,200 something bucks. But because it's on the same building, you're going to give her a special today. She'll save $300 and do it for $989. So we'll inspect 2 fire escapes for $989. So call her back and hook it up. So now, you wait 15 minutes, you build the whole thing. I don't call her back. You call her back and say, listen, the specialist is still jam solid, but I have all the information you need. He told me that this is normally $689 times 2, it's $1,200 something dollars, but because we're booking it today, and I already have that date, it's $989 for 2. Otherwise, if you want to call back in the future, it's going to be $689 a piece. Would you like me to confirm that?
Yes.
All right, let me send you the proposal. I need you to.
Sign it.
Sign it and get it back to me as quickly as possible.
Normally, and this is the final close, which you'll get taught later, normally upon inspection, this is what I always say at the end, when somebody says go ahead and do it. Normally upon inspection, I collect a check or charge to a credit card. What's easier for you?
Credit card.
Great, we'll take the information now. That's coming afterwards, some additional training. Got it?
Yes.
All right, so you need to do this every day.
Okay.
You can't do this practicing, so every day, practice twice, practice twice. Do an inspection, do a drawing, do a repair. Do an inspection, do a drawing, do a repair. Just keep going like this. Sarah, you need to listen in and let them fumble with each other and always step in. And don't forget, don't go in order. Then after a while, you're going to start seeing that the order of certain things is, what's important. And whatever information they give, fill that out first. The important thing is when you're starting to connect them to me, you're not going to connect them to me. You're going to put them on ice. But the important thing is that you've identified their building somewhere in the U.S. Are you the 4th house in from the corner? Oh, I'm looking at it right now. And if it isn't Bing, it's Google drive-by, and you're at the front of the house. Oh, you're the house with the red shutters and the yellow walls, and yeah. The driveway's on the left, yeah. And the fire escape's on the left, I can see it in the backyard, yeah. What about the other one? Oh, trees blocking it. Okay, describe it to me. Great, got everything I need. Got it? So that's what's called the first sale. Got it? Now let's see if we can squeeze some more money out of this one. So sale number 1 is you got me an inspection. I paid Google 25 cents a click, and you happen to close that inspection. So the primary sale is the inspection. And the average price is $489. So for every one of these you close for me, can I pay some of your salary already with that money? Anything, if after you close 1 or 2 of these for me, everything else is cream for who? So please sell me a couple of these so I can pay your bills. Then the rest of them, whatever you can close, do so I can pay my bills. Got it? Now, if you close one or two and then you stop working because you've already took care of your check, guess what you're not concerned about? You're not concerned about my check. So that means you're not doing your job. So yes, some of these inspections pay your bills first. So I will not pay my electric. I will not pay my rents. I will not pay because the government says I got to pay who first?
Employees.
So please, close this, do it right. Don't screw this part up. I need you to perfect this part, and I will test you over the phone. I'll play Secret Santa, I'll play Secret Shopper, and I will have some crazy lady call you and test drive you, and you will either pass or fail miserably. Why? Because you don't know what you're doing. Otherwise, you need to practice with each other, and you need to be hard on each other. You need to throw curveballs at. You need to throw curveballs at him. And as you play this game with each other, you'll get it. It's simple. It's a story. Hi, who are you and what do you know? I don't know much. Great. Let me tell you everything. And then you're going to get people that call and say, hi, I know everything. I don't want to give you my name. Give me to a specialist right now. Okay? What's the best number to reach you at? Okay? We'll call you right back.
Right on.
You know what I'm saying? Done. And if time allows, I'll call that person. If time doesn't allow, they'll call back. Because they're going to call around and get who else? How many inspection companies in the nation?
One.
Yeah, you're talking to them.
Yeah.
So he'll call and get frustrated with a bunch of other people and do what?
Come back to us.
Come back to us anyway. But he's already a dick to begin with. Got it? He's an 80%. Do not please the 80%ers. Don't please the people that are looking for chicken blood, dancing, and feathers. Don't please them. Be polite, but don't waste your time. Got it? All right. So what's the second sale that's going to come out of this? All right? The second sale is I want to speak with a city official. Got it? So the client called, you sent out a proposal, you didn't close it yet, but it's in some crazy city, out of nowhere, New Jersey. Have I worked out of there yet?
Oh.
Out of nowhere, right? Out no J, right? You know what I want? She called me and she told me that Inspector Smith, right, is the one that gave her the violation. So Inspector Smith, who's in that city, in his city there's 10,000 fire escapes, and this is the first one he's written ever, because I have never got a call from out of nowhere, New Jersey. Guess what I want to do with this money? So I didn't close her right away, but there's a potential, because I sent out a proposal. So this one, I'm not sure yet if I'm going to get any money. My second one is who?
The inspector?
The inspector. That inspector who has 10,000 buildings, okay, in his city, and his department used to have 12 inspectors. 12. All the money in the world, all the cars in the world, and they could just dick around all day long. How many inspectors now in that city? Because of, don't you answer questions. How many inspectors in that city now with this economic?
Not very many.
3.
Oh wow.
Got it? Not 12. They all just blew through money like crazy. There's only 3. So 3 people control 10,000 fire escapes, and how many violations has he written?
1.
What's that guy need?
A push.
He needs a push. What's the only way you push that guy? To write more violations.
Yeah.
What's he need?
Uh,
Education. Okay, so we want to give him an education. So we can schedule a class immediately for tomorrow, or can we send him a class that we've done before? So, is he ready for a class tomorrow? A very busy inspector who used to be 12, he's now 3, he's running around with his freaking head all blown up.
no.
So when you call him and say, hey, we're dealing with 123 Main Street, we just quoted them 489, can I send you some information from the National Fire Escape Association about a fire escape awareness program? What's he going to say?
Yes.
Yes, of course, send it to me. By the way, when we do this inspection, and did you get the inspection yet? No. But you're calling him on it, because you need an excuse to call that guy. Because the gatekeeper's going to be in there, and she's going to get you on the line, and you say, hi, can I speak with Inspector Smith? He says, what does the gatekeeper tell you? or ask you?
Why?
Why? What's this in regards to? And what do you say?
Got his fire inspector.
1 Main Street. He wrote a violation. I have a question. What is she gonna do?
Connect you.
She asked for the secret password, and what did you give her?
The answer.
The secret password. And so he said, okay, hey, Inspector Smith, somebody regarding 489 on 1 Main Street. So what do you say? He goes, okay. So you get to talk to him. And what are you going to say to this guy? We teach classes, we have classes recorded. Which one would you want? And we have a standard for inspecting fire escapes. Can I send you our standard? What's your fax number? Or do you prefer email? Right? Because what are we going to get from him? Will he order a seminar for the future? Maybe. Will he accept the information that you're sending him from the National Fire Escape Association of pre-recorded classes in his area?
Yeah.
And when we tell him what the standard is, will he agree with me or disagree with me if I'm giving him a class that he didn't go to?
Agree.
Right? You're not going to look like an idiot. If you say, hey, we did a class nearby, did you go to that class in Passaic? He goes, no. Oh, would you like a copy of the class for free?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sure.
Oh, by the way, we're doing an inspection at 1 Main Street. Do you have any other criteria? Do you have any other criteria, Mr. Inspector? So you don't know anything about it. You know, you just wrote the first violation ever in your life. Do you have any other criteria on inspection?
No.
Okay. So we're gonna spot repair and load test. So we're gonna do an evaluation, and if it needs spot repairs, we'll spot repair it and load test it. Or if we fully refurbish it, there is no load test. That's the criteria we teach in the class. You're gonna follow the same criteria?
Yeah.
Any more criteria from you?
No.
Would you like to witness the exam?
Yeah.
So in the area, we'll call you, and if you have time, you want to come over and look at the exam, and I'll teach you what examinations look like? Great. Do you have a training officer?
No.
Do you belong to an association?
Yes.
Can I send you this information, and then can you get it to the association so we can hold a future class in your region? It's free.
Yeah.
Got it? See where I went with that? So my next sale is NFEA. You're trying to sell me a seminar or education. Because sometimes they will never do a seminar, but they'll take the education and start writing more violations. So if they write more violations, what happens to my phone?
Blows up.
Got it? So, Google, I paid, a lady called me, I took down her information, I sent her a proposal. My next step here is calling who?
The city first.
COs. Because what am I selling that guy?
Seminars.
Seminars or further education. There's a password to get into his little realm. What is it? The violation and the address, right? Because the gatekeeper's going to keep you out. What are you selling, dude? We don't take anybody selling crap here. I'm not selling anything. I'm calling regarding 1 Main Street. Oh, your guy wrote a violation. Oh, I need to ask him a question before I examine to make sure I'm doing what he wants. Oh, then you walk in and say, hey, do you know how to do a load test or anything? What are you going to say?
No.
Okay, would you like all this free information on video plus samples of industry standard documentation?
Yeah.
Perfect.
I'll take it.
I'll send it to you, plus I'll send you the possibility that we can do a future class in your you belong to an association, right?
Hmm?
Can you send it off to the training officer on that, and maybe we can do a class? It's free.
Yeah. It's free, why not?
Got it?
Nothing to lose.
All right. That guy, you've done the job. Number 3, who am I selling it next to? I need to make money. Who do I sell it next to? It's a brand new area. It's out of nowhere, New Jersey. I've never been there in my life. And I need an excuse to make some friends and some relationships. Who could do the job for me?
Contractors.
Contractors. So I need to call 2 to 3 iron workers or welders.
I thought it was engineers.
Coming soon to a theater near you. Relax.
I was just asking.
Yeah, it's the next one. So why do I need you to find out 2 to 3 more iron workers within a 1 to 3 mile radius of that address. Because if this client needs work, who are they gonna call?
Them.
Them, right? So why am I calling them? And I don't even have an address there yet. I don't even have a go on the inspection yet. Why am I calling or emailing, depending what's available on the moment? Why am I calling them within, I asked you about Constant Contact. Are you familiar with Constant Contact? It's an email program that can basically email blast something out to people. But so I'm going to email or call these 2 to 3 ironworkers in the area and say what to the ironworker who picks up. So I'm Joe Ironworks, right? You're Joe Ironworks. Hey, Joe, you down in near out of nowhere, New Jersey?
Yeah.
Listen, I have a fire escape coming up. We're doing an inspection on it. Did I tell them I have it or I don't have it?
Tell me you had it.
I don't have it. I have a fire escape coming up, inspection. When?
2 weeks.
Nobody knows.
Oh.
And Joe, there might be some work on that. Do you do fire escape work?
Yeah.
Okay, we're fire escape engineers. And we're always looking to find vendors in the area to do work for us. If I get a copy of the report, would you like to bid on the job?
Sure.
Sure, great. What's your email? What's your number? Let me send you some free information. By the way, we teach a lot of classes. Would you like me to send you one and hook you up to a free class that's online now, in case you want to take a look at fire escapes?
Why not?
Sure. Let me send the information, and as soon as we do that inspection, I'll get you a copy of the report so you can give me a bid. Why am I doing that? I might not do this job for 2 months. Why am I getting his name now today?
Get your foot in the door.
Get my foot in the door. So you told me, yes, I do them, or I don't do them. So if you don't do that, that's good for me because nobody in the area. If you do them, I'm going to get you to give me a bid on this job from the report, right? Now here's the next part. I'm also sending him information about fire escape engineers. So Joe, do you get a lot of calls for fire escapes?
Yeah.
Okay. Do you do them at all? Do you have them inspected? Do you know who to work with?
No.
That's all we do. Can we become your fire escape inspector from now on? So if you get any calls, Joe, instead of throwing them away and tell them, go get an engineer, then give me a report, take down their information, Joe, call me, give me the information, I'll call back the client, I'll get the job, and if I'll get just the inspection side. You own the service side. I can't give it away, Joe. Because will you ever call me again if I steal from you?
No.
Okay, so from now on, when you get calls in your area, call me and I'll inspect it for you and then report is yours.
It's a win-win.
Okay?
They can't say no.
Okay, so I'm gonna turn him on to my name. So that's the reason why. So the client called me from Google. I try to close the client. I try to close the city official. I try to close 2 to 3 ironworkers and welders in the area. There's got another guy here. 2 to 3 engineers or architects. Now what that's about?
Selling them the job.
I got a call.
If it requires an engineer.
Hey, we're getting some calls in out of nowhere, New Jersey. We're fire escape engineers, and I noticed that you're an engineer in the area. We may need a stamp from that project on this project. Are you interested in doing some engineer oversight for us in case we need something? Do you do fire escape engineer? Do you do any fire escape engineering?
No.
Well, do you get calls for it?
Yeah, all the time.
Why do you blow it off? Why do you blow it off? Too much liability?
Yeah.
Too much?
Too much liability.
This is all we do, man. We've been doing this for 40 years. Let me send you some information. Let me send you some classes that I've held in your area so you can see the kind of thing. We do the only continuing education class for fire marshals and building inspectors, so we know exactly what they want. Can I send you a link to that?
Sure.
And the next time you get a call, you get the information, call me. Don't let your client call me. You call me. I will quote the client for a price, and then you can just mark it up. I can just say, hey, I want $580, $689. You can charge the client $689, $1,689. I don't care. Or you can just make me call the client. I use your name, but then I give you $100 for sending me the lead if I close it. Now you don't have to throw the things away anymore.
Yep.
So this is my 4th. This started with 1 call, and I already got 4. What's my 5th?
The repair.
Oh, there's a repair on this? There might be a repair. Also known as oversight, engineer oversight and repair. It's all down here. But way before I got to the fact that I'm going to close it as a job, how many people did I try to close it to, or try to get money from, or try to get money to?
No less than 4.
Got it? We're not doing all these steps. All these steps, so every time you got 12 calls to make, times 5, 12 times 5 is what?
60.
60 calls you gotta make on just 12 calls that came in. Now, you're not gonna have time for all these things, but you have time to do every one of those when you don't have anything else to do. So don't make my one call coming in my only money maker. Here's all my other money makers right here that are supposed to be happening. And it's not happening. We're not sending out reports, we're not sending out links, we're not sending out a lot of this information. So you need to know the process of sales. Okay? So because once you're at this point, and I've got a city official, the city official is going to make me a lot of money. Like Attleboro is giving us money right now, Jersey City is giving us a lot of money right now, because I've done many seminars there. So you got to get me to do the seminars. The iron and welders. Here's the point. After we go through all this, and I closed it for $489, and I closed every one of these, but then I try to do the repairs and they say no, we're going to go and find other people ourselves because your price of $25,000 is too much. What do I do with that service contract that is up for grabs?
Shop it.
Shop it out. I now call the first 2 to 3 people over here, right, and say, hey, the client is shopping this around. I'm going to shop it to 5 to 10 people in your area now because we didn't win the service contract. I'm going to shop it to 5 to 10 people in the area, depending how many people there is there. And do I care which one of the 5 or 10 gets this contract? Because they're going to give me a bone. So the norm is for every $10,000 job, they keep $7,500 and they give me $2,500 because I gave them the lead. So we charge 5% to 25% of a typical contract. So if it's $1,000, what do I want? They only make $1,000 on the deal.
250.
5% to 25%. How much do you think I'm going to charge them?
50,
Yeah, $50. Now, let's say I give them the job for $1,000 and I'm looking for my $50 and that iron worker never gives me my $50.
You ain't getting another job.
You ain't getting another job. Do we still send him emails about jobs?
Oh yeah, all the time.
Why?
Because you can see what he's missing.
So he can see what he's missing. And when he calls you back and says, hey, I want this other, I know this job, I want a piece of this job.
All right.
What do you say? All right. What do you do first?
Jack up the price.
Settle your bills. How much does he owe you?
2,500.
No, he owes you $50, right? What do you charge him?
100?
Yeah. Why?
Because you're charging for.
Because he screwed up.
Oh,
Right? Say, hey, you still owe me $50. He goes, oh, I'll send you the 50 right now. No, send me $250. Why? It's only $50. I know. Interest now. The next one's going to be, whatever the percentage you agree, and make sure you pay your bill. Otherwise, right now, I'll let you back in, but since you're a dick and you ate the meat and the bone and you ran, and the only reason you're coming back is because you have no work, and give me $250 to pay to settle up that bill that was $50, and now behave because I got work. All right, I'm sorry. Yeah, tell me you're sorry. Write me $250. Then as soon as I write the $250, the next job is just back to normal pricing. Why? Because he's behaved now.
Yeah, because they hold up their end of the deal.
Yeah. Now things are back to cool. You're watching them, but now. So do you guys understand the whole sales process? That is not happening. The only way that's going to happen is you have to take case by case, step by step, remind yourselves, what is the next step? Now this is answering the phone. That's called order taking. You're starting to now jump into my other side, which is the blue book. And the blue book is we're actually going out looking for work. Okay? And so with the blue book, it's the same sale process. So as soon as you close something out of the blue book, what's the process? Same thing, right?
Yeah.
The Connecticut fire prevention people, what am I trying to do? Got to close for an inspection. As soon as I'm done with that, what am I trying to do? Book them to the NFEA. As soon as I do that, and they're in a region that I don't know too many people there, what do I do?
Get some local iron.
Get some local ironworks. It's the next thing I want to do. So build my relationship with local ironworks. In case I land the job and I don't want to go there, what do I do with the engineers?
Get on the phone.
Get them on the phone in case I don't want to go there. Kentucky, I don't want to go to Kentucky, so can I sub this work out to an engineer and to another ironworker in the area that we got a month and a half ago?
Hmm?
Then what do I want to do? Close for the repairs. I don't get the repairs, and these people don't want a doctor, they want a witch doctor. What do you say?
Shop them out.
I go back
Say, all right, here you guys go.
and I try to get 5 to 10. And I give it to everybody. And everybody I call saying, I got this job. The client is shopping it around. Give me your best price. Do you care who wins? Do they give you the price or the client the price?
You.
Nope, the client. Because you're not involved. So at the end, when you're not getting this, I got these other 4 things though, didn't I? I built some relationships. I got the building inspector not writing more violation. So win-win. I didn't get the client. I got an inspection, and this inspection paid for me to spend time in these other areas. And then when I closed for the repair, $25,000, I said, "What are you freaking crazy? I'm going to shop this around. I'm going to make some calls." And they do. They make 1 or 2 calls, but what are you going to give them? You're going to help them, right? You're going to help them with 5 to 10 more calls. So when you call Joe Ironworks and say, "Joe, I got this job. I'm going to send you a copy of the report." Call the client directly and give them the best price. And by the way, she's ready to go. But for me to give you this lead, Joe, here's what I want. I either want a flat rate of $250 if you get the job. If you don't get the job, you owe me nothing. Or I want 5 to 25%. If the job is 10 grand, I want 10%. If the job is 20 grand, I want 20%. And if the job is more than that, I need you to add onto the price. I don't care what price you choose, Joe. Either I'm going to eat into your price or you add. So if you want 20 grand for the job and I want 25%, charge 25. And if you don't get it, Joe, you owe me nothing. By the way, it's your proposal, your invoicing, you don't deal with. I don't control it for the client. The client is shopping this thing around in your area, Joe. Good luck. By the way, she's calling everybody, so I think it's going to become first come, first serve. So here's her phone number. Call her directly. Schedule an appointment. Go there on a Sunday. I don't give a fuck when you go. Go. When you call back and he didn't get it, what do you say? You owe me anything?
No.
I sent you some videos. You been watching any of those videos?
Yeah.
So I educated him. So he's happy that I gave him a lead, and the lead cost him nothing. Or you're going to call me back and say what?
Hey, I got it. I got money for you.
Great. How much you get it for?
10,000.
Great. So you're going to owe me, tell me how complicated it is. And as we talk, instead of me asking for $2,000 or $3,000, so I said, you know what, give me $1,500 because you're going to have to buy a lot of materials. It's a train wreck, right? He goes, yeah. All right, $1,500. Let me send you an invoice for that. And only when you collect, you know what I'm saying? So as you collect some money, give me some money. So you collect 50%, send me 50% of my fee. And then once you collect 100%, you send me the rest. Sounds good? And now you're dealing with a client. I can answer any technical questions you have because I inspected it, but you're dealing directly with the client. So even at the end, when I can't get the repair, what do I close for? What do I do with the bone? I throw it over the fence,
Back, yeah.
and I let the dogs eat it. And who eats it? I don't care who eats it.
Whoever gets to it first.
Whoever gets to it first. And that's sadly what the competition is. It's a bunch of dogs. They'll kill each other for a price. They'll lower their price. What do I care? What did I get for all my troubles?
$500.
I got $500. How many of these do I want?
What?
I want all of them.
Every single one.
I want every single one because now it comes down to this 80-20 rule. Sadly, for every 100 calls you're going to get, 80 of them are going to suck, and we're going to eventually throw them to the dogs. We're going to build relationships where possible. We're going to use this money to build relationships. And then at the end, if I get lucky and I get a bunch of people to call that client and sell a repair, do I sign off on it at the end?
No,
No,
they do.
they do. I have nothing to do, but I have something of value. I'm selling to the witch doctors. What am I selling?
Leads.
A lead of somebody who doesn't care. They don't want a real doctor. They want blood, chicken blood, and feathers. What do you do?
Get what they want.
What do you throw it down the toilet or I sell it? Hey, I need a witch doctor. Who gives me the best price for this crazy person? Okay, there you go. Go dance. Send me something. So, I'll conclude with that on using the 80-20 rule. Starbucks and Burger King. Actually, McDonald's did this. McDonald's and Starbucks. McDonald's, they had a tasters challenge.
I think I remember that.
And there was a challenge where they put Starbucks coffee